because she asked me about this earlier. Well, first of all, all of us are on Twitter now. And we'll definitely have your Twitter on there as well, so people can follow you on Twitter. Guys, that don't follow me on here on Twitter, she's called me a bully.
And you wasn't bully. I said you beefing. You beef
with everybody. Oh, she said I be beefing. And I would like to say that I'm not a cook. I don't beef with anybody. I really don't. No, honestly, but in that situation, that the one you're referring to, I felt like that particular day. I don't even know that guy, but I know Taeyeon Tech personally, so I was just like, I didn't feel like enough people was riding with him, so I was like, shoot, I'm gonna go at his head top, and he wasn't responding to me. But a lot of people do that. Even if you check out the interaction I had with the guy yesterday. Mm-hmm. He was hiding for most of the day because the night before that I called him out on what he said. Yeah. And so the next day I was like, man said get certs and lie to get a job. And he was trying to say that he didn't say that. And
I saw that backtrack. The backtrack was serious. He said, I didn't say that. Really?
I'm like, fam, you said lie like the other people do. I'm like, you said it.
Oh, they lie. So why can't we?
Right. And so then I'll start calling him out on it. This dude had the nerve to say that whatever I was like challenging him on had to do with white supremacy. I was like, this dude here, bro. Like, and the funny thing is, dude worked hard. He came from a food industry.
Yeah, I saw that too. He worked his butt off, and he got to where he's at. And then he's like, yeah, but no, don't listen. Don't do what I did. Lie.
Yeah, because I was like, everybody cannot skip past entry level. We ain't talking about help desk. I said, help desk ain't the only entry level role, bro. And I'm not hating like he got, because one of the Twitter spaces we got coming up is like how to vet people. Like, guys, let me tell you right now, that wouldn't be somebody I would tell you guys to actually like go to.
No. I didn't, and I found out somebody had DM'd me when I was talking that he's consulting, coaching.
Yeah. It's and I looked at it, I'm like, well, no, I think he got followers because he was happy. Oh, well, I got some more followers. And I was like, so I was telling him, like, you're losing credibility with what you're saying. So people watching. And that's what I do, I call people out on BS because a lot of people are masquerading like they know what to do. Like he didn't even have enough experience to really be doing that right now. He hadn't worked enough places and did enough really to help people in that matter, because one size fit all method is not going to work for everybody. I don't even tell everybody to do what I did. Like I don't even suggest people just got to do help desk, because sometimes you're in a different field where you can transition to something else. And there's been people that came from
there's nothing wrong with help desk. A lot of people start, but there's other jobs. Like my sister, she is older than me, but she's in the customer service, food industry, management industry, and she was asking me about getting into tech, and she got but granted it's a contract job. It's a 3-month contract job, but she got it, and she's never worked a tech. Let me just say that she has never ever worked any type of IT tech job ever in her life. Mm-hmm. She got a business analyst position, a junior business analyst position. You think she work in help desk? But I told her no. I was like, based off the money that you would get, you take a serious pay cut. I said no. Yeah. Find somebody other entry level positions.
Right. And it's been other people that, I had a guy one time, he was like, if I got to take the cut, I'll prepare for that, which I respected him saying that, because sometimes, that barrier to entry is high. Like I normally tell people, hey, you got this skill, you probably can get in this way, and then you can reroute to go that way. Yeah. And that's how I try to direct people. I ain't gonna never tell nobody to go get some certs and lie, because it doesn't work. And the way, so the good thing with a lot of remote work has been good, but I've been telling people companies are investing more in their background checks and when you work. Like I've been going through a background check for a company for a long time, and I had to go dig and search and find information from a job I worked 6-7 years ago, my first job. They was like, oh, when was your start and when was your termination date? Man, I don't know. I had to go back on the Equifax EDR thing and get it. And the crazy thing about it was I was working for CSC, but then they split and turned to CSRA, and then they split and went into GDIT and DXC. So I had to get 2 different documents that stated that. And I had to go through all that links of trouble. Now, if you're even lying and you're trying to work for certain companies, it's not going to work.
That whole lying thing blew me, because you will get found out. Okay, let's just say you will get found out. But his thing was, oh, you lied to the recruiters. Did you notice he kept saying that? Oh, the recruiters will contact you. You can lie. I was like, yeah, you can lie to a recruiter. By all means, go ahead. But that's not where you get caught up. The recruiter's job isn't to interview you to that aspect. The recruiter's job is to recruit you for an interview, potentially as a potential candidate. But once you get into that technical interview, you're going to be found out.
Definitely.
That's just what it is.
Or you did good enough. Let's say you did enough to even fake the technical people out. Okay, yeah. Fine. It's a such thing as overselling yourself, and they are judging you. Like, every time I keep on telling them, I was like, it's a dude on the timeline that I don't know for a fact he did this, but it makes sense that he did it because he had a senior level cloud role and didn't have that much experience in cloud. And he put on there, hey, after 3 weeks, they fired me. I'm looking for something else. He got it all on LinkedIn. And he's talking about entry level, junior level. That lets me know, hey, he's not at a senior level because he's looking for entry and junior. So that means that he must have lied about his skill set a little bit.
Yep.
And that's why we tell people it come back to bite you. Not only that, cloud, tech space, everything, everybody is starting to socialize with each other. You never know who somebody knows. And they be like, oh, nah, they lied. I don't like them.
Yeah, that looks bad. It looks very bad on you, and even on the team. Like, if you're working with a team and you lie, and then other people find out that you really don't know what you said that you knew.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna, hey, this person, they get to talking, they get to gossiping, and then you're gonna get found out, and then they're gonna dive deeper into your background and figure out what it is. I don't know why people have this negative view of saying I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, it is okay. Do you know how many interviews I've been on and jobs that I have gotten? Do you know how many times I said I don't know? Too many.
And
I don't know, but I can learn it. I can figure it out.
And the position that I'm kind of not in limbo with, but the background check right now, like, something I never did before, but I did good enough showcasing what I know. Just like, bet, let's bring them on. I co-signed on a dude who he technically got experience, but to me and my teammate, he didn't have the investigation skills we're looking for. But you know what? We liked his attitude as a person. So he's like, you know what? Why not bring him on? I'm like, that's a lot of times you don't know, because if you got the attitude to learn, I could teach you. But if you just a person
you could teach
with a horrible
anybody
attitude,
for the most part.
I don't want to work with you. So
that's how I got my position now. I got my current position. I was underqualified for this position. I was not experienced in a lot of the things that they wanted. They were looking for. They needed somebody working SD-WAN. They needed somebody who had wireless experience. They needed somebody who has worked all this stuff that I have never touched before. And I even asked them, I thought I bombed the interview. Like, to be honest, I was like, nah, the interview was trash. Like, the HR, she called me, she's like, how'd it go? Ooh, it was bad. I didn't do good. I said, I don't know too many times. Like, I was doubting myself. I was like, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry I never worked with that. I'm sorry I never, did this, but I could figure it out, stuff like that. And she called me back. She's like, well, apparently you didn't do too bad because they want to offer you the position. And so I asked my coworker, why'd you pick me? Clearly I didn't know what the heck was going on. And he was like, man, he's like, I could tell right off the bat that you had the willingness to learn. He was like, you wanted to learn, and you had a positive attitude about it and everything. So I got hired because I had a willingness to learn at a position that I wasn't qualified for. And I got that with my other jobs too. They was like, man, I know you ain't got the skills for this, but we like you. We like you as a person. We like that you're eager and that you're interested. And because you could always train somebody. I learned everything that I didn't know in my position now. Oh, I know it now. It's I could be left alone now. I've been working by myself whenever we're gone. Like, I can handle this. It's cool. But
facts. And if y'all was listening to that, we're just really telling you, because what a lot of people don't know, I call out cap because I know what companies, well, for one, whenever I do get to make this announcement, they'll see. But two, what companies are in my inbox, how many different interviews I've had to do for my team and then for other teams in the company. I'm like, I talk to these people. I'm really able, if you BS on your resume, I'm able to call it out if I want to. But I just ask questions about the job. I don't really ask too much stuff necessarily about your resume unless it's something that interests me. I'm able to see right through if you don't know what you're talking about. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. Because one time I had a consultation with a girl who had a fake resume. She had a SIM on there, and I was like, so do you know how to use? I think she had Splunk on there. No, I don't even know what that is. And because I made a video about that.
Why would she put it on there?
Because somebody told them to. That's the whole thing. Like a lot of people.
It's one of those things that's like, if you at least gonna put it on there, at the very least, my thing.
Learn it.
If you at least gonna lie, at the very least know what it is. At the very least, talk about it.
Hey, for real. I mean, that's the thing. But that's why I go hard. Whenever I see BS information, I call it out right there. I'm not worried about what they're going to say, because I've said from day one, my credentials have always been in my description, or you can go anywhere. You can see my stuff on LinkedIn, and it is what it is. So then you're going to click on it and say, okay, had experience for years. So I'm like, stop BSing people. Stop just trying to get their money, because I could make anybody's resume look good. I could put technologies and everything on there, but I'm one of the few people, when you pay me for a resume, I ask them about it, what you're looking at. I say, hey, your resume looks like this, or you may need to learn these skills first. I don't want to add them, or I don't want to do your resume just like this, because like it'll look nice, but it's not, it's not enough to really just go off of. I'm one of them people. I'm not just trying to do it, get you out the way. A lot of people ain't. If you don't know nothing, they're gonna dress it up, send it back to you. You done, because they don't care.
I didn't do that either with people who I worked on their resume. Same thing. And most of the time, I even told them, I was like, look, the only way you could get better, number one, even about writing your resume, is doing it yourself. And so they would send me, and I seen some bad resumes. How do y'all live? How?
I told somebody, I said, I see why you're not getting callbacks. I know exactly why.
I understood it. And all I did was I asked them, hey, what's your background? Get all the background. What have you touched? What have you worked with? Do you know what this is? You said you put this on here, but do you really know what it is? Can you talk about it? And I would write notes. I would not do their resume for them.
Yeah, you do comments.
Notes, because there's no point in me doing it if you can't speak to your own resume. And that's how I look at it. It's not my resume, it's yours. So if you wanted to say a certain something, I'm not going to be the one that puts it on there for you. If you want to add something to it that I didn't recommend you put on there, that's on you. This your life. This your resume. And so if you write it, you know what you put on there. If I write it, or if someone else writes it, you don't know what they're putting it on there. Like the girl that you were talking about, Splunk. Probably somebody put that thing on there and they didn't even tell her what it was.
Right. Tell me about it. 1 second. Send a text. But
me too.
Yeah, man. But don't even get me started on that, because you see how I be on Twitter. Like
be on one.
People don't know I'm super nice, but I am when I want to be, I'm a petty Aries. So I will turn into petty LaBelle on you in a second.
Oh, I noticed, man. But it's both. I swear, both you and Taeyeon text. Y'all be going ham.
But no, see, he be going harder than me. I knew I was, because but the difference was he was actually, money was involved with him. I understood.
Yeah.
So he was on some 50 Cent type stuff. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it down for the day. Just like what Buddy wasn't expecting was that he wasn't expecting everybody to start seeing my tweet and then say, what happened? Then they start looking. And then you got people that's really in the game, me, Davin, you, everybody else seeing it, and they're like, bro, what did you talk about? So he don't even know that he just made himself look so bad if his resume ever came across them. They're like, I don't like dude. People don't even know that. They don't know everybody's on Twitter now. Like,
and I wasn't even on Twitter all that day. I came on at the end of the day, and then I saw your tweet, and I was like, What? What? Who said that? Who said that?
And I kept on telling him, I was like, fam, nah, you just say you said what you said instead of just trying to lie.
And he didn't delete it though. He didn't delete it.
The funniest thing was that if you go back in my mentions, he started saying this how I knew he lost. Yeah, but what y'all think they're gonna do about the vaccine cards? He started asking stupid stuff, so I knew he lost. I was like, I'm not even responding to you.
Yeah, that's the people that. Man, that whole thing was a hot mess. It was. I thought it was funny though how Mary, she started that Twitter space though, lying on your resume versus gassing up your resume. I said,
yeah. What's funny, and then what's funny is that like Mary talk all the time, so I think he got brave when she replied back, and I don't be thinking that he be knowing like who I know where I know. So I bet he thought she was gonna be on his side, and she actually just went on to doing something else, and he just was by himself, like losing the whole day. And then it was that one, and I had the incident where they wanted me to call out a fellow YouTuber, but people already knew who I was talking about. I wasn't finna just go in and say, yeah, y'all buying stuff from so and so, and she don't even know. I was like, I'm not finna go to war with a woman. I only
yes, I was wondering. I remember that day too, because I was just like, first of all, I was like, oh man.
I was like, right, I'm not finna just do that unless I just if they came at me, but they can't because they blocked me, so I don't even care what they got going on. And this same person was lurking my LinkedIn not too long ago. So,
oh yeah, don't LinkedIn tell you?
Yeah,
someone viewed your page or something.
Yeah, so the day that she did it, I sent it to Mary. I was like, look who's lurking, and we started laughing. I was like, anybody with cats is kind of weird. You can't trust them. They don't know.
I keep to myself for the most part on social media. Some people,
and I don't think they know you from Florida though. I mean, hey man, you can't.
Hey, the Bucks though. When I was when they won the Super Bowl, baby. That's when a lot of people knew I was from Florida.
But see, people don't know. Like I know, like I said, I'm from one of the poorest states in the country. But one thing we know about is getting ignorant, and people can be way ignorant than me. So I'm like, yeah, you see my picture and stuff, but don't let it fool you. I got a quick mouth. I can, unless I ain't got no signal, I clap back. I started because people when people aren't even following was quoting me on the time when I mentioned old girl, they was getting out of hand. I hit a dude. I was like, fam, I don't even know you. And he
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that because he was like, oh man, at them or something like that. And you was like, dude, I don't even know you.
I hope he knew what I was saying, because I'm like, y'all say stuff to people in a way like Jay-Z said on the song with Drake, like, it ain't hard to find your IP address. It ain't hard to find out where you at. We can pull up. So I don't know why people want to be keyboard warriors. They be having a lot of fun saying the dumbest things. I try to at least treat you. I try to treat you at least with the respect you give me in real life. I ain't gonna really try to say nothing to you that I wouldn't say in real life, because that's just how I operate as a man. So take that with it. You think? Listen, I think I posted some, and I'm probably gonna find a tweet and retweet it just because I'm childish. I said if somebody asked me something with the tech stuff, I had posted that picture. That was a video of Shannon Sharp saying, "You want this smoke? All right, you got it." I think that's the video I posted. I'm gonna reshare it so everybody know. One of my favorite boxes is AB, the can man. Anybody can get it, and I mean it. Anybody can get it. Just let you know now. Look at my eyes.
Dead serious.
But guys, this has been another episode. I want to thank Lise for joining us today. She dropped a lot of gems for y'all, especially y'all that are going to networking. Check out her channel for real. She got a lot of stuff, and now I know she's also probably going to be doing a little bit more, lifestyle stuff. I think she showed us some of the house. Just I'll have her stuff in the description, but if you want to tell everybody where they can follow you real quick.
Yeah, sure. So my Instagram and YouTube is IamLise. LISSSS. I can't even spell my own name. LISEE three E's on Instagram. On Twitter, I am Certified Curls. That is me. So you can follow me on any one of those platforms. I am most active on neither of them. So I'm about as equally inactive on all three. But the best way, I don't check DMs, but like once every 2 weeks. I'm sorry, I'm a bad person. The best way to
guys,
reach
we were
me
supposed to be
is
trying to do
through
this
email.
last year, just to let y'all know.
Yeah, we try. I'm bad at messaging. The best way to reach me is through email, by the way. And that's on my YouTube, so you can, in my Instagram, best way to reach me. But if you send me a DM or a message, I probably won't get back to you for like 2-3 weeks.
Hey, guys, y'all get it, right? You know, you never know. You probably got some brand deals in your message requests. But guys,
I check.
Y'all know where y'all can find me at, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate everything y'all do. You know, let's get textual.